It's staying. All right, 3, 2, 1. What's going on, guys? It's Christian Araki of Duel-Threat Sports here. I just want to first start off saying super quickly, we apologize for no videos this week. Just had some things going on in our outside lives with family and just different things like that. So we apologize. So we're gonna go over the injuries a little bit from week 5 and then going into week 6 just to kind of make up for no videos from here about a week now, I believe. There hasn't been a video, so we can go over the injuries a little bit. We're gonna go over the injuries actually game to game. The first game we got up here is Dolphins at the Jags. Dolphins are -3. That's a London game, actually. I believe that's what, 8 o'clock Central.
What game is this?
Dolphins Jags is a London game. Sunday morning. I believe that's 8 o'clock Central. In their time, it's 6 a.m. That game. That's nuts, right?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you see it now? Yeah, it's Dolphins -3. And Brissett, I see, is questionable to play. And what's kind of weird also I seen is they think there's a chance that Tua could play this weekend, I heard.
Yeah, they said there was an off chance. I don't think that it hurts anybody's value though on the team, except for maybe Mike Gesicki's, but maybe
I
he's
think it
played.
helps. I mean, especially with Brissett playing hurt. Like, at this point,
Yeah.
Tua may have more of a chance to play than Brissett.
Oh, because Brissett's been big duck as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he's questionable to play. So, Devontae Parker, I believe, is questionable too, though. So I have the Jags. I'll take the Jags money line all day on this one. I think they take it here.
I think I was thinking, yeah, maybe the Jaguars get their first win here this week.
Yeah,
But
I think this is it for sure.
I mean, if they don't get it this week, I don't know if they get it.
Yeah, this has to be one of them. I mean, they're not going to go winless for sure. They played hard against some decent teams, like that game against Arizona. What, week 3, I believe it was, maybe 4. I believe it was week 3 though. I've seen him play pretty hard defensively. I think Trevor Lawrence just gotta, go through the process of learning as a rookie. But yeah, I got Jags in this game, and I wouldn't even want the +3. I don't think. I just say, I mean, if I'm gonna bet, give me the money line. But as the pick itself, I'll take the Jags.
Yeah, their offense just has it rough to the point where James Robinson just hasn't been able to get off the ground very much.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe I changed my mind.
So you're gonna go Dolphins here?
Yeah, I'll go Dolphins here.
Is there a bet
I don't
that you're
think
making? The over/under's 47.
uh, I would probably take the under if I had to.
You would take the under if you had to. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
take Jags money line with the under. I'm actually gonna make that bet. I think because that probably pays. That probably pays pretty decently. So I'm going to give you the Dolphins. Going on to the next game here. Sorry, I got to take this one because it's Texans at the Colts. But I don't know what the hell. You could comment on this. I don't know what the hell is up with a +10 against my Colts.
So the Colts are at home.
I mean, still +10. I mean, it's a good amount. I mean, the team, we're 1-4. So I mean, Texans are trash too, but I don't know. I'm gonna pick the Colts to win here, but I definitely, if I had to pick a bet, it would be Texans +10. I really thought that the Colts were gonna take it. They're winning the Week 5 game for most of the game against the Ravens. Let it go in freaking overtime. Didn't get the ball first. It was
T.Y.
crazy.
Hilton could randomly get cleared for this week.
There is
He
a
could be
chance
the
that he
first week he's
plays.
cleared.
There is a chance that he plays for sure. And I think if he plays, then I may even would say the -10 isn't bad. But Carson Wentz looks good. Nonetheless, I mean, the team obviously hasn't come together fully, but between Carson Wentz, health from T.Y. Hilton, health from the running backs, health from the offensive line, defensive problems. There's just been a lot. I think the team has to adjust. I think they've, again, versed insanely tough teams. And 400 yards from Wentz last week, like, I'm good, man. I got a smile on my face. If we're sitting at week 10, he's healthy, I'm good. I'm good looking into
Right.
next year for sure, no
Right.
doubt. But 43 over under. Do you have any interest in that?
No, no. They're both like such hit or miss teams with their offense that they can score over 50 or get like
If
20 points
if they
total.
hit it, it's gonna be a 31-13. Like it's not gonna be like a 27-24 hit. It'll be like the higher team will be in the 30s for sure if that hits, but I don't think it will hit. I would just take. I'm taking the Colts to win, but if I had to make a bet, screw it. Give me the Colts -10 too. I gotta have some faith here.
Right.
Gotta,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I would just I'd just say Colts win. I don't know about taking any bets.
All right. Well, I'll let you start this one up. Bears, man. We got the good old classic Packers at the Bears. I mean, I'm glad that we got them at home. That's nice. Packers are -5.5 here.
I would take Packers all day. Packers money line. Damian Williams just got posted as they just reported him as out for the game. He tested positive for COVID.
Oh, man. And
So
you just hope to God that doesn't affect any of the linemen because he's been practicing with the ones, obviously.
yeah, I just
That's terrible.
I don't see them getting lucky twice in 2 weeks. They unexplainably played amazing run offense and just offense in general against the Raiders last week. I just don't see them doing it against a division team. The Packers of all people, they play the Bears tight all the time. I don't expect the game to be a blowout, but I just don't expect the game to be close in anybody's eyes.
I'm kind of intrigued by the 5.5, though. That's quite a bit.
And Darnell Mooney and Allen Robinson are both questionable.
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew from looking, there was a good chance that Mooney is not going to play. Allen Robinson seems he might be a game time decision. It's kind of hard to say.
Well, Mooney practiced. Mooney actually practiced on today, but Robinson didn't practice. So
it's not good. That team's falling apart. I still really like the over 44.5.
Yeah, they could still.
I like that a lot for sure. I mean, I think even if the Packers cover the 5.5, I think the Bears could still get 2 touchdowns and a field goal or something like 20 points, something like that. I could see like 20 points from the Bears still. I think even without. I mean, it depends. Obviously, this is based off of the potential of neither of them playing, but if one of the two play, I think that 44.5 is like no brainer.
Yeah.
To me personally, I'm picking Packers as the team winning.
Yeah, I'm picking Packers to win. They just they have Khalil Mack questionable as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see them getting it done. Fields versus Rodgers, it's just too.
Oh yeah, no, it's too soon in the guy's career. He's learning the ropes still, and is having, unfortunately, a lot of bad luck with injuries surrounding him. Coaches obviously aren't great. I think Packers get it here. I don't know about the -5.5. I really don't think I bet that. I think I wouldn't bet the +5.5 on Bear side either. I would just take the over 44.5 if I had to bet on this game.
Yeah. That'd be like the best bet. That and the Packers money line.
Yeah, yeah. Going on to the next game, Chiefs at Washington, and I'm kind of surprised about a -6.5 Chiefs here.
Too small.
Yeah, like I feel like that's like I would take that right away. I mean, I don't know. I feel like before I make this bet, I have to look at Washington's defense and see how crazy good it's been because it probably has been based off of this. I mean, I know how fans are, but I've never known Vegas to be overreactive to where the Bills beating them did this line. I don't think Vegas is like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's just based off of Washington's defense or exactly what it is. I mean, because over under is 54.5 as well. But I would, just looking at this right away, I would take -6.5 Chiefs.
I mean, just Washington. Again, that's another team that like plays well against like every opponent, even if they win or lose. Washington. So I don't know if I feel safe betting that spread, but especially is Fitzpatrick going to be back that game? You don't know that.
No. No, Heineke's playing.
Okay. Um,
Heineke actually, a fun fact right now, fantasy wise, since he has started, has been better than obviously Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers. He's like top 7 fantasy since he's played. His like QBR rating has been nuts too, which is pretty crazy because Curtis Samuel hasn't really done shit. So that's kind of surprising actually. But like I said, before making the bet, I would do some research looking at Washington's defense, see how good that they've been this year, and that kind of thing. And then I would easily, I mean, I say Chiefs win either way, but that 6.5 seems like easy to me. That 54.5, I want nothing to do with that. No thanks. Nope. Nope.
what's the over under?
54.5? Like, no, I don't touch numbers that big usually. I mean, like
No,
Bills and
yeah.
Chiefs, I took the over. Like, sure, I don't give a shit. But this, no. No. I mean,
Yeah,
I
no.
can't even promise that either one of these teams hit 27. Either one. Like, would you bet Chiefs total points over under 20 over 27? I don't know that I would
No,
even do that. No. And if you wouldn't,
no.
then there's no way in hell it hits 54.5. I almost would want to say -6.5 Chiefs under 54.5 together. With some research done on Washington's defense. If Washington's defense is like top 8, I don't think I would do the bet. But if they're like 13 or 14 and beyond, I would take the -6.5 Chiefs with under 54.5 points. I know that was a lot right there, but I think it could be a good bet if done correctly.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wouldn't. I just don't think I could continuously bet against the Chiefs there. I mean, what are they 1-3? What are they 2-3 right now?
Yes. Yep.
I mean, I could see them just like winning out. It's just, and they haven't been playing bad. Is the thing.
Oh
So,
no. People are overreacting. It's the Chiefs. People do it with Brady every damn year. Brady can go 2-4 and yep, he's done. Washed up. He's done. Yep, retired by week 10. Like people are just idiots, dude. But yeah. So what are you taking there? I'm gonna lock it in, like I said, with some research. The double down on -6.5 Chiefs with the under 54.5 points.
I mean, I would just take the Chiefs there. I don't know
You
about the
just pick
under.
them on Chiefs and that's it.
Heck, yeah.
Okay. All right, going to the Vikings at the Panthers. Vikings are -1. How do you feel about this game?
Vikings are another team that's just like so hit or miss. It's like their offense is so sketchy.
I'm really down on this offense this week. And it's
Uh,
unfortunate because I have a fantasy team that's obviously most of the offense with Kirk Cousins, Delvin Cook, Adam Thielen, but it is what it is. I'm not feeling good about it. There's question marks on. I mean, it's a bad matchup for Kirk Cousins regardless. Their pass defense is really good in Carolina right now. Dalvin Cook, I seen, was questionable. Alexander Madison was questionable. Justin Jefferson's questionable. Adam Thielen's questionable. And Carolina's at home. I would just take it straight up. I mean, I wouldn't want the +1.
I mean, I don't know. Do teams have backup punters?
I don't know. I guess it just depends the team. I've never seen that.
They
I don't know.
well, because they just lost their punter to the injured reserve. So I don't
They're
know.
going to
You
sign
saw
a guy. I mean, they're not
you,
going to start.
you saw how that affected the
We're
San
not going to be
Francisco.
sitting here on a Thursday and question if they have a punter in 3 days.
Well,
I mean,
you saw how that. I'm just saying, you saw that how it affected a football game
Whose
against
punter are you talking about?
the Carolina Panthers. They put them on injured reserve, and usually they don't have backup punters like that. So punting is the thing. If they can't punt in an entire game, that basically means in a 40 on a if you're on the 40, your own 40 or their own 40, you're in those situations where it's like you might as well just go for it on fourth down.
What is
So
the
it's
money
like,
line on this? Do you have the bet up?
it is. What you said, the money line?
Yeah, like what is the -1 Vikings?
Minus 130 plus 110.
-130 for the. Oh no, they're tripping. I wouldn't bet on this until I knew. Then I mean, how are no? It's what? So the Panthers would be less even. Like the Panthers would be plus.
They're plus 110 at home. I think I take.
So what I'm saying, I guess, is would the Vikings be like +1 if they figured that situation out? Like, because I don't know. I don't think that's that good. They're giving a point. I think they're the underdogs here. They're facing the Panthers at home, and their entire offense is questionable.
Yeah, and they're considered the favorites right now.
I'd say give me Panthers money line.
I mean, it's good money. I mean, it's good for payout. Yeah, I mean, and again, against a questionable Vikings team, and Panthers playing well and at home, and it's not a bad bet at all.
Yeah. Are you making a? You got a bet here if you had to do one. The over under on this one is 46.
I would probably just take Carolina money line.
Okay. All right. If you want to jump in the next one here, we'll show this clip to Joel to piss him off. Chargers at the Ravens. Chargers are +2.5.
I mean, you've heard me say it. Ravens are trash this year. They're just not good. But again, Chargers also, they're good, but they like give games away. They make mistakes. They're like a good version of the Jets in a way.
Wow. Okay, that's a bit much.
Well, no, like they play.
Did you see the stats? He has more passing yards than like Josh Allen.
No, they play very well offense. But I'm saying when I say they play like the Jets, is like they always let their opponent have like a chance to be in the game, regardless how
trash.
Yeah, regardless of how good they're playing, like they always give the other team a chance.
I can see the comparison because A, their defense is trash and they could be up by 3 touchdowns and you don't even feel safe, and B, Lamar Jackson is so damn good that they have trash around him. Like, who's good on that team? I don't even think Hollywood Brown is good, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Lamar Jackson's just good, and Hollywood Brown's fast. Like,
I think it's just another time of possession kind of game. Can Lamar Jackson steal, kill a lot of the clock, and
But that's still Lamar Jackson. Even that's not even running backs putting down the clock. So I mean, that's crazy to me how he's doing that because he's keeping time of possession with no running backs.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So
Pretty nuts.
that's going to determine if they have a chance to win the game or not. Is if he's controlling the ball, and if they're winning time of possession by halftime, they're probably winning the game.
I don't like the 51.5 over under. I'll tell you that much.
I don't either. But then again, you saw like a defensive team and running team like the Browns still scored 40 and they scored 40. So it's like
it's possible, sure. I mean,
it could, yeah, it's possible, but it's
bet.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable
making
that
kind of bet about it. I mean, I'm sure there's enough people in the world taking it that it's not really anything crazy to win. You know what I mean? So I just would rather not jump on it. I am surprised that the Chargers are getting plus 2.5 though. I mean, I don't even know who I think is going to win yet. I'm still thinking, but plus 2.5 Chargers is kind of surprising to me. I don't know.
I mean, they're still calling. They're basing that bet on the Ravens still technically being the Ravens. How their record doesn't reflect how good they should be, I think. And the thought is that good defense beats good offense. And again, a guy like Lamar Jackson can kill the clock. And if you essentially take the ball out of a guy like Justin Herbert's hands, I mean, you're more often than not, you're winning that game.
Is Keenan Allen questionable?
No. He's good to go.
Oh,
he's questionable. He's probably questionable in a fantasy lineup, but
he's just underwhelming. Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, he's just been like he hasn't been the third round or second round pick or whatever that people grabbed him at.
He basically became Julio on his last 3 years in Atlanta.
Yeah, just like
I could lead the league in catches, but I'm gonna end the year with 2 touchdowns. Like I could. That's the route he's going.
Just like very underwhelming. Again, consistent.
There was a year Julio had 2 or 3 touchdowns, but 110 catches on the season.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's ridiculous, and I could see that happening to him. But he's on my fantasy team, so let's not jinx it, man. I'm for sure, like I said, the 51.5, I think we agreed there. Like, nope, not touching that. The plus 2.5 on the Chargers. I would say this is my no bet of the week. I wouldn't want to touch this game, for sure. I mean, it probably is the easiest one to say no bet on. I don't know, but that's just personally one I wouldn't bet on. For a pick'em, I'm gonna say Ravens.
Yeah, I'll pick 2.
Yeah, but that could easily go either way. If you had to make a bet it's Chargers plus 2.5 and over 51.
Probably just the over.
Just the over 51.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. Yep. Bengals at the Lions. Oh, it's
because I see it as like the Ravens are behind early. It's like 21-7 or 21-10, and then the Ravens just have to play offense, and that's where you get your over.
I could see that. that. Yeah. Let's go to the shit bowl. Bengals at the Lions. Yeah. Minus 3.5 Bengals. I feel like that's too easy. Like, I'll let you jump into this game, but I'll start off with saying, like, I'm all over.
I mean, a normal guy would be like, yeah, just give him the 3.5 points at minus 105. Yeah, or just, hey, be safe and take the money line at minus 175. That's not bad at all. But this is like, to me, it's a setup where it's like Joe Burrow could throw like 2 touchdowns or get concussed in the first quarter, and then the Lions get their first win with ease. It's like, I don't know. Do you feel good about betting on
the Bengals? If I was going to make a bet, I'd make the bet worth it and take minus 3.5 Bengals with over 47. if I
Over
was going to
47 is
bet,
a
I'm
good
not
bet.
going to take the -3.5 and just lose. I would lose taking a -3.5 with over 47.
Yeah.
On
My
like,
stuff.
throw like 20, $25 at it. Just call it a day. You might get something
Right.
out of it.
Yeah. Over
It's
47 is
not
good.
bad. I don't think that's that bad. Who are you taking to win the game, though?
Cincinnati.
Okay. Is Joe Mixon playing? Is Calvin Johnson out? One.
Yeah, it looks like he is questionable here.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of interesting for fantasy to know. I just wasn't sure, but I don't think it affects it all too much here, unless Calvin Johnson gets out there. For Detroit, I think they lose this game.
Yeah, all right.
Is Barry Sanders playing? Is Javid Best still the running back? No, really though. Like, I don't think there's any chance. I would take the -3.5 Bengals over 47 with ease.
Well, I just like the over here. I don't know
Just
about
over
betting.
47. You like the over
Yeah.
47 either way. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and start this one here. Rams at Giants. Rams -10.
I mean, injury wise, think Darrell Henderson's good. Everybody's
Darrell
good.
Henderson looks good. And just on the really quick, Galladay and Saquon are doubtful, by the way.
I mean, I just don't think.
Daniel Jones is good. They cleared him.
I don't think anybody thinks that if they were completely healthy, that it'd be a game anyway. I mean, Giants generally make just like Washington or any other of those teams, like they're bad, but they play good football enough to be in game.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're not good, but they're not bad.
Right. Yeah. So as far as line goes, over
10
under
is quite a
48.
bit.
I'd probably pick the under there, but I don't know if I could take the
I don't know
9.5.
that I could give. Oh, you see 9.5.
Yeah, I see 9.5.
I mean, I feel the same way about 9.5 that I do at 10, and I wouldn't want to give. I wouldn't want to give either, to be honest. I mean, that's quite a bit. I don't really. I think Daniel Jones is just a good enough quarterback that it's like, what is that expecting, that he can't score 2 touchdowns? Like, he could still. They could still do a. Oh, Devin Booker's out. Possibly. Don't quote me on that. I think the backup running back is out too. I'm not 100%, but I thought I read that. Daniel Jones is good enough to score a touchdown or two, and like, what, you telling me it can't be 27-10 and then you just lost? Like, or 21-17, sorry. I mean 27-17. Jeez, I'm sorry. Yeah, it could easily be a 27-17 game, and it's just like, all right, what did I bet for? I could have spent that money elsewhere. You didn't lose anything.
Right.
It's just, I don't see it being there, and I don't want the +10 Giants either. And I don't like the 48 over-under either. I don't know. What do you think about the over-under?
I mean, I like the under. It's high enough to where, like, I could see the Rams scoring, like, again, like you said, like 27-17, even the over still, or the under hitting.
Do you think either team hits 30?
No.
No. That's kind of where I'm at. And if the answer is no, then I think the under is pretty safe.
Yeah.
If I had to make a bet, I would take the under and pick 'em Rams.
I think at most it's like a 28-17 game.
Yeah. So, I would take the under 48. I almost said -10 Rams. Under 48, pick 'em's Rams.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd take it. Yeah, I mean, just the Rams for me. I can't take those points.
So, that's the bet that I would make, is the pick 'em Rams with the under 48.
Yeah, that's the best bet I would see at the moment. I mean,
I try to make a bet on every game. There's one. I don't know if you noticed. There's one game that I say, like, nope, not making any bet on it. But I try to make a bet at least between something and
Like, hey, if you're a
props.
fan and want to just have to bet on this game, this is the one I'd feel most comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Going on to Cardinals at the Browns +3. How are you feeling about this game?
I don't know. This is a weird one.
Notables: DeAndre Hopkins is questionable.
Yeah, I don't know. Taking Arizona as a undefeated. I don't know. Is it ever bad to take an undefeated team as the underdog? I mean,
that
that's
pretty good. Feels weird.
Yeah, I mean, where you get 10 touchdowns in 5 games.
I know secondary wise, ODB is a bad matchup against the corners.
Well, it being an illness for Hopkins makes it more likely that he could play over an injury.
I would think so, but I think
he's not nursed an injury. He's still has 2.5 days to get ready.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think there's a decent chance that he still plays.
I think he's fine, and I think you take this bet now while he sits here questionable, instead, and like he gets cleared full health, and then potentially they go, oh, okay, never mind. What do you
think the line changes to? What do you think the spread changes to?
It might not even change, but if it does change, it could shift from +135 to like minus 110, plus 110,
to like plus a point instead of plus.
Even the difference between +135 to +110 is a lot.
Oh, it's a huge difference. It's +135 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So at this point,
I would take that over under.
I take the jump there, and you go, and then over under 49. I don't know. That's a good one too.
49.5. I mean, if you're feeling good about the Cardinals, I think you have to get over. I don't think that the Cardinals wins unless you hit the over. If you don't,
they're not winning. They're not winning a 17-14 game with the Browns.
If you hit the under, it's because Nick Chubb ran 28 times in this damn game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's 21-10, and Nick Chubb has 2 touchdowns for 100 yards, and Hunt has 77 yards and a touchdown and 80 yards catching. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I think you're either one or the other. I think you're either -3 Browns with the under, or +3 Cardinals with the over.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably,
and that's the thing. If the Cardinals are winning the game, Browns have a good enough offense to play fast and score quick points. So it's like, like you said, if I believe the Cardinals are going to win, I just think the over is going to hit as well.
I would say,
because I don't see them. I don't see them winning a low-scoring game against the Browns.
That is actually one of my favorite bets of the week now, I believe, is Cardinals +3 with the over. Because that +135 with the over probably hits for a good amount. If you threw a good $50, it's pretty good. I mean, I always parlay bullshit and end up losing, but that's all right.
A +103 is still -105, so that's actually really good. So +135 with the over, you're probably like sitting at +280.
Yeah, which is really good. It's really good.
Uh-huh.
We'll let you talk about your Raiders. Raiders +3.5 against the Broncos.
I think the Raiders are gonna win here, to be honest. No injuries, no big injuries. Nothing going on with them other than, obviously all this turmoil with Gruden. I mean, they have a lot of in-house distractions, but that's the only bad thing going for this team right now. They're healthy. They're good on both sides of the ball, pretty much. They're, solid enough. They're a decent team who can surprise you. Like, they don't have any crazy big superstars on the team, but they're just overall good. And I don't know. But again, same thing with Broncos. Broncos are just overall good and consistent, and they don't make mistakes, so they are always in every game. They win or lose as well.
Yeah.
So it could be, honestly, it could be, I don't know. This is probably one of the closer games of every matchup, I say. This is probably the
It's a
closest
hard
of
one, and it's a division
of
game.
all the matchups that we've talked about. I'd say this is the closest one.
It's a division game too, which is obviously even harder than, some of the other close matchups. Division games are always more of a toss up than any kind of matchup, obviously. I think the over under 43 is pretty good. Like, I feel pretty good about the over 43. I think in a safe world, I would just take the over 43 in this and like parlayed with something else. I feel pretty good about that. But I think my pick'ems has to be the Broncos. I obviously, like I said, it's a division game. It can go either way. It's tough. I just think I don't even know which team's going to win between the two. So I definitely don't want to give points to either side. And I don't even want 3.5 isn't enough for me to take the 3.5 Raiders either. So I would just do a pick'ems of the Broncos. I think the Broncos take it, but I would just bet the over 43.
And I'm the opposite, where I think you take the Raiders' struggles right here and capitalize on them. They're plus 150 here. I think you could take them. I mean, just cash it on them right
plus
here.
150?
Yeah, I like that here.
That's a little different then. That's a little different then.
Plus 150 parlayed with like a Packers money line or the Cowboys money line.
It's a good betting spot, but I mean, it is a risk. I like from doing some reading, about the whole John Gruden thing, all the drama going on, blah blah blah. What matters the most is how Derek Carr is feeling on like going through it kind of thing. And he made a little speech that's like I love the person, but I hate the sin. He's like going into it. And I think what matters more than anything is the guy that got upgraded as their head coach just lets Derek Carr do his thing. It has to be the other way around. That guy can't come in and show Derek Carr what to do. That guy needs to come in and let Derek Carr show him what's going on.
Right,
That's how it has to happen. But I mean, he seems like a mentally stable enough guy to kind of handle it, and they're doing well enough to push it aside. I think it's different if they're on a 3-game losing streak, after starting hot or something along those lines. But I think he has too much to prove. So I could definitely see it. I could definitely see it go either way. It's a tough one, but at 150, I'd take that shit all day. Yeah. For sure. What's the money line, Raiders?
They're a good enough team, and Broncos aren't that good to make you be like, no, there's no way that the Raiders are going to win.
Well, I thought Raiders plus 3 would be just nothing. I didn't think that would be anything. Raiders have been super good to get points, so I'm like, it's probably not.
Yeah,
much.
Denver's minus 175, and it's a minus 110 both ways for the spread. So yeah, plus 150 is where I'm at. That parlayed with again the Cowboys at minus 175. That's a very good parlayed bet right there.
Yeah.
Just two money lines, and that's probably like a plus 300 payout.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
No, that's a good one. If people are listening to this, go look into that one. I think you can capitalize on that bet. But we've probably been on this game for a while. Let's go on to the Cowboys and Patriots. That is Cowboys minus 3.5. Something notable, I know that Ezekiel Elliott is questionable. I wish I knew more about his injury at this moment, but I don't.
Yeah, Cowboys started only minus 165 to start, but now they're minus 185. I don't know why even they're this close.
Well, I haven't been fantasy. From what I was looking,
Patriots are at home, so the weather report could be shitty.
Yeah,
it could be shitty weather in New England. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, that's the only reason I see it being that way.
I think the Cowboys' defense is actually the factor to me. I think they're going to win because of their good defense. They're top 3.
Cowboys.
Their Cowboys defense is 3 last time I looked. I believe. I mean, I think it was last weekend that I looked.
Yeah. This
But they
is
were
the
3,
game.
so.
This is the game I'm pairing up with. I'm pairing Cowboys with at least 2 other bets. I'll do probably Cowboys and maybe Raiders now.
I mean, honestly, if you want to get like a nice Raiders in there, you go Raiders, Cowboys, Bengals. I would do Raiders plus 3.5, Cowboys minus 3.5, Bengals minus 3.5 with the over 47. I bet that's a damn good amount of money. Throw $100 on that shit, you're looking good, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I had more info. We are sorry. We actually had more info as far as the Cowboys' big-time players. But from what I was looking at, it seems like Ezekiel Elliott will play. Do you know any status regarding Amari Cooper? If he's good to go?
Cooper's solid. He's fine.
Okay.
He's clear to go. Had another big game last week. Hoping that he'll continue that. Gallup's still out for another week.
I know Damian Harris is questionable. That's the Patriots starting running back too. Well, he's not technically the starter, but he gets most of the reps. He's questionable as well. That would put a guy like Brandon Bolden, and I just don't think that they got enough to get it done here at home or not. As much as I think this rookie quarterback is good, he's doing well. He put up a damn good show against Brady. I just think that was an aberration of who the Patriots really were. Maybe that was the real him, but the team around it wasn't. And I think the Cowboys take it easily here. Over under 50, I don't want that. It's probably under, but I don't want that.
It is. Yeah, 50.5. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that. Patriots too inconsistent in play.
So you pick Patriots?
Huh? No. No, I'd probably just take the money line of Cowboys, or if I'm feeling like they're really gonna win for sure, no doubt. Like
they're minus 3.5. Why would you do money line?
If I think they're gonna win by a touchdown plus, then yeah, I'd probably just take the minus.
I would take the minus 3.5. No, confidently, for sure. Yeah. Seahawks plus 5 at the Steelers. I think the Steelers finally get one here. I'll let you follow up after that. Obviously, first things first, Russell Wilson is not playing as Geno Smith. How do you feel about this one?
Obviously, you don't like Russell Wilson being hurt, but Geno Smith played very, very well last week. And Steelers have been mediocre all year. They can get by and win a couple games here. You really just got to hope that. I mean, and honestly, the Seahawks have been playing a lot better defensively last few games.
They have been a bit better, and I think they can win a game with Geno Smith, 1 or 2. I just don't think this is it. I seen they said DK Metcalf's good. Tyler Lockett I seen questionable. Chris Carson questionable.
And Geno Smith runs more than Wilson, so you will see that added elusiveness to the offense, potentially opening up more looks for Metcalf and Lockett, more open spaces. So again, I don't know what it does to their fantasy value at this point, but as far as just the game, I think the Seahawks could win here. At plus 190, I would take them getting 5.5. Yeah, I would take the Seahawks getting 5.5 over the Pittsburgh giving for sure.
They did say today Juju Smith-Schuster got a surgery. He's out for the year. I believe they already said Deontay Johnson. He's out for the year too, no?
Oh, and if that's the case, then yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks.
Juju's out for the year. I know that. They confirmed it today. Do you know if Chase Claypool's playing? He's gonna be, if he's the only guy. He didn't practice for the second straight day today, so he probably will sit too. And what is this? This is sitting at +5 Seahawks.
Plus 5.5. Yeah.
+5.5 over under 42. That's a sketchy ass 42, right? I don't know about that. That's a sketchy ass 42.
Yeah, I don't care about the over under. I'm not betting that, but I think Seahawks plus 5.5 is safe enough.
I mean, there's no way in hell I would give 5 to the Seahawks.
No.
So I mean, yeah, I guess I would take it. I wouldn't bet on this game, but if I had to, I mean, yeah, I would take the +5 Seahawks. Honestly, I mean, I would even, if I had to make a bet, I would even bump it down to like +3.5, get a little bit extra. Like 3.5, just in case it covers a field goal, you're still winning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Save a little bit, why not? That's about it though. I said the Steelers not thinking about their wide receiver situation. There's a chance Claypool doesn't play. If he does play though, fantasy wise, like DFS, dude, he's gonna be nuts. It was one of the weeks that Juju got hurt and Deontay Johnson was out. He had like 15 or 16 targets. I mean, he probably only had like 6 or 7 catches, but I mean, you're definitely gonna want that out of the guy. I felt really good about this matchup if things were normal for Najee Harris against Seattle, but with nothing else going right for the team, I don't like it. I think both running backs could have done well here, but yeah, no, I said I would change the +5 to +3.5.
I mean, you still might not have what's his name, Chris Carson. You still might not have Chris Carson in your lineup, but on the Seahawks
Chris Carson
right now
doesn't look like he's going to play.
But again, I don't think that matters too much.
I think the running back doesn't do. I just accidentally said I think it was a good spot for both running backs, but I meant only for Najee Harris. I mean, it would have helped them to have Chris Carson, but against that Steelers.
Who's the backup? Who's their backup? He's solid too.
Travis Homer, I believe his name is.
No,
that dude's always hurt. I think he's questionable.
On the Seahawks.
No, I know what you're talking about. That dude's always hurt. What is his name?
He's
Penny?
Penny? No, Rashad Penny. No, he's like another He looks like he's like another Alexander Madison.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that was a bad matchup for Chris Carson anyway against that Steeler front. But that's just fantasy wise anyway. So we both agree Seahawks there. Like I said, I would update that +5 to +3.5. You get a little more, and if they
Alex Collins.
Alex Collins, that's who it is. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's solid enough to have a big. He could have a big game here.
He runs harder than Chris Carson, which you would want that more against the Steelers.
Yeah,
for sure. And then the Monday night game, right? The Seahawks Steelers are Sunday night, right?
Yeah.
And then the Geno Smith on Sunday night. That's kind of exciting, actually. Monday night game, Bills at the Titans. The Bills are -5.5, and this is a tough one here. Do you think they hit the 53.5?
No.
No,
because Tennessee, like you've seen it, even if they're down like 14 points, they're still gonna run with Henry. They like kill clocks. They try and grind. They grind back into games. They're not gonna go away from their gameplay for pretty much anything.
I mean, it makes sense. Instead of trying to keep up, you bring the game closer, kind of thing.
Right? Yeah. They chip away at you. That's how they win, especially because their passing game has been subpar.
Julio Jones and AJ Brown are still both questionable, aren't they?
Yeah, they're both. AJ Brown isn't. Julio Jones is.
I'm gonna definitely take Bills -5.5 here.
Yeah, I'll take Bills here
for sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, after that huge ass win against the Chiefs, I honestly don't know about betting this game, but if I had to, I mean, I would. I definitely, for sure, wouldn't take the +5.5 Titans.
No.
I wouldn't touch the 53.5 over under. But I could see a scenario with them being, all the way up here after beating the Chiefs. Which, I mean, Josh Allen's looking like he is running a playoff team the entire year. And that's kind of like... And that really even hasn't been fully what he was last year. I mean, he's getting into that. He's turning up right now into that. But, I mean, I think he's even going to get better as the season goes on. You know what I mean? So, with all that being said, they just beat the Chiefs. There's 100% a chance that the Titans come here and win a game at home. That's not... Would you be that surprised? Not really.
No.
No. No. Especially Julio plays. Even if he's limited, Julio Jones has always has always affected the field coverage-wise. He demands that respect to be covered. Even in limited fashion, a lot of times people are going to... they play their studs like that. And their dudes basically can't even play, but they're out there as a decoy for their starters, basically.
Right.
But I believe that will finish it up here. We both took the Bills minus 5.5, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Do you want to touch on tonight's game really quick? You got the Bucks?
I got the Bucks live status update. Tom Brady with a pass to O.J. Howard for the opening drive touchdown.
Wait, are you being serious? It's on right now?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought you got the live update status like Tom Brady stops at TGA Fridays before the game or something like that.
Says he's coming here after the win.
All right, man. I appreciate everybody watching, and again, we apologize for a super busy week and not being able to come in here, but we will pick back up as normal going on.
Thanks, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.